Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we are going to tackle one of the most useful and sometimes trickiest tenses in English, the present perfect. But don't worry, stick with me and you'll see how it's all about connecting your past to your present. It's the key to making your English sound so much more natural. Let's dive in.
So, have you ever had that moment, where you pause and you're just not sure if you should use the simple past or something else? If that's you, trust me, you are not alone. English tenses can feel like a maze, but today we're going to solve this present perfect puzzle together, piece by piece.
All right, here's our game plan. Super simple. We'll start with the big idea, that past-present connection. Then we'll figure out exactly when to use it, learn the easy formula, see it in action, and wrap up with why this whole thing makes you sound so much more like a native speaker. Okay, first things first. Before we can start building sentences, we really need to get our heads around the one big idea behind this tense. And it's all about making a link, a bridge, between something that happened back then and right now.
And this is it, right here, the secret sauce. It's not just about a finished action in the past. It's about an action that has some kind of result or importance that you can still feel in the present. That's the key you have to remember. It's always connected to now.
Okay, so we get the idea. It connects the past and present. Great. But when do you actually use it in a real conversation? Because knowing that is the real skill we're going for today.
Just think of it in three main scenarios. First, for life experiences when you're not saying the exact time. Like, I have visited Paris. Who cares when? The experience is the point. Second, for things that started in the past and are still going. She has lived here for 10 years, means she started 10 years ago. And, well, she still lives here now. And third, for stuff that just happened. They have just arrived. Super recent.
All right, we've got the what and the when covered. Now for the fun part, the how. And I've got great news. There's a really simple, repeatable formula for building these sentences. No sweat.
It really is as simple as 1, 2, 3. Seriously, you start with your subject, who or what you're talking about. Then you add your little helper verb, either have or has, and you finish it off with something called the past participle. That's it. That's the whole formula.
So what on earth is a past participle? Well, for most verbs, the regular ones, it's super easy. You just tack on an ed at the end. Work becomes worked. Now, the irregular verbs, they like to play by their own rules. So go becomes gone, and eat becomes eaten. Don't panic about memorizing them all right now. You'll get the hang of them over time, I promise.
Theory is great and all, but seeing is believing, right? So it's time to put our little formula to work. We're going to look at some real-world examples, positive sentences, negative ones, and questions.
Let's start with the basics. The most common type, a positive sentence. This is just when you're stating something that happened.
Check it out, our formula in the wild. We've got the subject, they, the helper verb, have, and the past participle, traveled. See? Simple. The focus isn't on when they traveled, it's on the experience they have now.
Let's try another one. This time, we use has, because our subject is she. So she cleaned the house in the past. But what's the connection to right now? The result. The house is clean now. That's the link.
Okay, so what if you want to say something didn't happen? Well, believe it or not, it's even easier. You just take our formula and pop in one tiny word, not. So you'd say, I haven't eaten lunch yet. Notice how we say haven't? That's a contraction, and it's way more common in conversation than saying have not. And the connection to the present? Well, I'm probably hungry right now. And it's the exact same pattern here. With he, we use hasn't, which is just short for has not. The point is, he doesn't have the experience of visiting the new mall. And that fact is still true in the present. Okay, last one. How do we ask questions? You're going to love how simple this is. We just take our first two building blocks and flip them. Instead of subject plus have, it becomes have plus subject.
This is a perfect example, and a question you can ask almost anyone. See the structure? Have comes first, then the subject you, and then the past participle tried. We're asking about all your life experiences up until this very moment. And here's one more, just to lock it in your brain. The subject is he, so we kick it off with has. See the pattern? Has, plus the subject he, plus the past participle written. We're asking about a recent action because we want to know the result now.
So we've covered the what, the when, and the how. But before we go, let's talk about the why. Why is getting this one tense right such a game changer for your English?
And here's the bottom line. This isn't just a boring grammar rule you need for a test. The present perfect is like a key that unlocks more natural, more fluent conversations. When you master it, you can share your life experiences and talk about recent events in a way that just flows. It's how native speakers talk.
So, I'll leave you with this question, which, you'll notice, uses the tense itself. Just think about it for a second. What connections have you made today? By just thinking about that, you're already practicing. You've taken a huge step forward. Thanks for joining me.